WENJ, WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City, a Town Square media station serving all of South Jersey.
The following program is paid for by The Locker Room with Billy Schweim. The opinions expressed are not those of Town Square Media or station advertisers.
Welcome to the locker room.
It's Papali. Welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy.
Ron Hayes. Welcome to the locker room with Billy Schweim.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon. Welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McAlee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schweim.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome into the locker room with Billy Schweim and my locker room youth movement. Producer Nikki Earnshaw is back as Danny Ryan is off because it's his birthday. Good morning there, Nikki.
Good morning. Happy birthday to D. Ryan today.
D. Ryan.
Double duty for me.
And my new locker room youth movement, because you guys really
the OG.
Yeah, the OG. The Duck Dynasty's back with us. My man Andrew Leeds.
Yes, sir.
The intern.
Good to be back again, obviously. Last week made my return after a bit of a hiatus, but it's my first time seeing Nikki.
Yeah, you guys haven't worked together in a while.
Yeah, it's been nothing but Danny for
Yeah,
a while. So
yeah.
I love it.
So you got to switch it up at some
Obviously,
point, right?
Happy birthday, Danny. Happy birthday, Danny.
Happy birthday to Danny. We hope he's probably sound asleep. He's recovering.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure he's asleep.
Hey man, what's going on, fellers?
Oh, there's a lot going on. That we got to talk about. We were already fighting before the show today.
Yeah, it's so funny because right before we get on the show, we're already at odds with each other because I'm making comments about the Phillies batting average, some of the players' averages, and Nikki's rolling. Oh my God, it's always. No, I was just making you aware of what they're batting. Like,
Thanks.
Like Schwabry let off yesterday. But he's batting what 149. What is he batting?
About $150 right now. It's all right. What's today's date? March 9th?
I'm just kidding, Nick.
March 9th?
I know it's only spring training. He's working out the kinks. He's working on things.
He's a little rusty. Getting the rust off.
Yeah, he's working on his swing, right, Andrew?
Yeah, you're never going to come out
he's
the
working
gate
on
swinging.
Wait, you know who's working on their swing, though? Somebody we talked about at length yesterday with the Negadelphia.
Yeah. Alec
Alec
Ball. Yeah,
Ball.
he's working on his swing, and when he runs around the base, his hair is flopping all over.
Home
the place.
run?
It's a home run. Hey,
Ground rule double?
Guess what? You know what? Let me
Big day.
Let me add on to what I was saying yesterday. If Andrew, I'm professing him to come in to shake things up, like, and I'm not. It's not it's not like a big of the deal, end of the earth type stuff. I'm just saying, like, wouldn't it be funny, refreshing if he came out with his haircut to show the people in Philadelphia that he's serious about baseball? Because perception's reality.
He looks serious.
And
yesterday.
people, so I'm gonna add a caveat to that. If he's hitting the ball, if he's not gonna cover up the ball, I don't care what he does.
Yeah, and I feel like that's how most people feel. I haven't seen much of discourse from anyone else besides you about the whole thing.
It's not discourse yet. It's not
Schweiner
discourse
original
yet.
thought.
I'm just suggesting that you want to change your persona. That's all.
I get what you're saying in a sense. I don't know if it's actually something that he would ever do or whether.
Look, if you worked for the Yankees, you could come in looking like Duck Dynasty like that.
Yeah, you can. Now you can.
Not with long hair. Can he have a beard like that?
Beard.
Has to be groomed.
They got rid of the rule.
He's not groomed.
They did say it has to be well kempt, which at this point I do need a little bit of a trim, I would say, to be in the Yankees. But no, I don't know if it's something that would actually change anything with Bohm.
So the caveat is, Nick, that if he's batting .314 and he's like in the top 6 in home runs and he's knocking runs in, I don't care how long his hair is. I'm just saying, if things aren't going well and people perceiving you as being a spoiled, rotten baby that and you're not producing, then you got to do something to change it up. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he has to do it. I'm saying it would be kind of cool if he did it. That's all.
Nah. Keep the Goldilocks.
All right,
He can
keep
keep it. He can keep it. He
Look,
had a home run yesterday. He had a ground rule double. I mean, he looked fine.
I guess I'm jealous. I wish I had a head.
You wish you had the head of hair.
Right.
I think it is a little jealous.
I'm
I'm a little jealous of you too, Leeds.
I'm a little jealous of Leedsy.
Yeah.
Hey man, not everybody can, have this hair. I'm trying to keep it while I can,
All right, the Flyers. I just text your boy Chief.
Yeah.
I said, "Hey, dum-dum." I said, "I told you Loudoun stinks," and I didn't use that terminology.
You use terminology that wouldn't be appropriate for the
Yes.
FCC airwaves.
I said, "Hey, dum-dum, your boy Loudon was a -2 and you lost. No points." He hasn't gotten back to me yet. Usually he takes like a nanosecond.
He might, it's Sunday morning. They could be traveling. I don't know what their schedule is. Maybe he's traveling. Who knows? He'll get back to you. I'm sure he'll get back to you before the show ends.
But I don't mind when we send somebody away like that, and you look at the box score. Because I watched some of that game last night. So here's what my viewing when I got. So my team, guess what, guys? My Christ the King 4th grade girls basketball team, we won yesterday, 19-13.
There we go.
That's awesome.
I want to give a shout out to Ella, Marianne, Juliet, Eva, Maddie, Mia. They all played great. Frankie, all these girls, they played Grace. They played phenomenal. Coach Smith. Yeah, and we're in the semifinals. If we win tonight, 8:00, we play Wednesday night for the big trophy.
I might have to pop out. It's not far from
you.
me.
You have to.
You guys get there on Wednesday. I'll go straight from work in the work clothes to the championship. I'll beat it.
And I appreciate that. And I got to tell you, teachers are overworked and underpaid. There's a lot of great teachers out there. But one thing that you get from being a teacher, an educator, is you get an intrinsic value. Like when you're like, it brought me to tears almost on the side because we work on things. Now they're 4th grade girls, so I can't overload them with too much strategy. They're learning fundamentals right now. They're just learning how to dribble.
That's all you can really.
But when you tell them to do something and you're talking to your blue in the face and it's falling on deaf ears, and then all of a sudden in the playoffs, they for 3 or 4 times up and down the court, they do exactly as I've been teaching them. And it really made me feel good.
It's like the Nick Sirianni effect.
Yeah.
They're buying in. They're buying into the Schweiner.
I like that, Nick.
Buying into the Schweiner.
Yeah, so that was very very rewarding. And we got a game tonight, 8:00. And then if we win, we play for the championship. You should see for 4th grade girls, this Our Lady of Hope tournament. You should see the size of the trophy these girls can win.
Get a giant piece of hardware.
Yeah,
Is it bigger than them?
no, it's like 3. The one trophy, the team trophy, is about 3 feet tall.
Oh, wow.
Now it's real thin, but
Doesn't matter.
That's
but
still pretty
they
cool.
also will get individual trophies.
Yeah. You did bring up the second place trophies. We don't want second place trophies.
Well, they're just
we want
if
you coming home with the first
the
place
hardware.
trophy. We want everything.
Well,
we want the big one and then the first place trophy.
When the clock goes to 0, I want confetti falling from the ceiling and everything.
What color is your team again?
Maroon.
Maroon, right?
Maroon, yeah.
Maroon and white. That's what we need to fall from the ceiling.
The Flyers loading up on drift. They get rid of Scott Loudon. They still didn't look good the other night. They got a game today.
Play the Devils at 1.
1:00. They're not going to make the playoffs. But we're looking forward to the draft because we got 3 first-round picks this year.
Yep.
We got like 4 twos.
They're loaded
we got
up.
3, a 4 and a 6 or something like that. We got a lot. And I need players that can make an impact within the next 2 years. How about that? 2 or 3 years.
Yeah,
Leedsy, I'll throw it over to you.
Yeah. No, wait, because that was the question we worked on yesterday.
It was.
We got a great one today.
Oh, we got to go on.
Yeah, it's a good
But
one.
Leedsy, how patient? Like Danny Briere and Keith Jones have come out and said, be patient, fans. It's going to be a while.
Pretty much.
How long are you waiting? How long are you willing to wait, Leedsy?
I feel like we have been waiting for a pretty good
You're
amount
darn
of
right.
time. I get this is a new, fresh, front office with like a fresh face.
Sorry, they've already been in place for 2 years. Those guys.
Yeah, it's been 2 years. I would say, kind of like 2 to 3 years. I want them at least within 2 years to be, a surefire playoff team. Hopefully, a legitimate contender. But obviously, only one team wins the cup every year.
That's right.
So I mean, obviously, to say I want them to win the cup within 2 years might be a bit too much.
But I wanted to be at least competitive in 2
yes,
years.
I
How
think
about
they
that,
need
Nick?
to be a
Is
competitive.
competitive good enough for you?
I think it's fair.
And when I say competitive, I'm talking like at least 2 rounds deep in the playoffs.
get to the postseason first. Just at least get there.
You're so patient. You're 24 or whatever. I'm running out of time here.
I'm very patient.
All right, we'll get some Eagles. We'll get some Eagles in. We got 2 hours to get it in. We got a great show lined up. Now, the biggest disappointment in Philadelphia this year would be what?
That's tough because, I want to say the Sixers, but
Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say? I mean,
Well, I'd argue Paul George.
he's a bigger disappointment.
I would say so, yeah. He's been a disaster.
Because you know why? Everybody knew we had no choice to bring him in. Pretty much, he was the only guy.
Embiid's hurt,
but
but he's legitimately
But
broken.
Embiid, we drafted. He was part of the process, and we've come to the realization that his career might be over, Nick.
And
we're gonna have Dr. Sean McMillian.
I can't wait.
He's the head of sports medicine, orthopedic surgeon for Virtua. He's going to talk to us about. He's going to educate us about the knee, Nick.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk to him. Joel Embiid, this knee issue has just turned into an absolute disaster. The Sixers have handled it so poorly throughout this season. They've been at odds. Joel Embiid's been at odds with Daryl Morey on this. He had to remember Shams reported what was it last week that Embiid had to go to Josh Harris because they didn't see eye to eye on how they should.
Right.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm very much looking forward to talking.
So with that said, Leedsy, our question today is we got a good question. Today.
Yeah.
What Philadelphia athlete has been the biggest disappointment
in your lifetime?
in your
All
lifetime?
time. I mean,
What athletes, like anybody we brought in from free agency,
Yep.
There's a
or
lot of-
somebody we drafted that never produced,
Don't give away any.
I'm not-
Leedsy,
don't say-
Schweiner,
I'm
don't
not
give
gonna
away any
say
names.
any.
There's
I'm
some
just
good
gonna
ones,
because there's some really good ones out there.
and I can't wait to read
All
them.
right, 609-403-0973. What athletes, what Philly athletes, whether we drafted or we got a free agency, this has been the
Traded,
biggest
maybe.
biggest disappointment. 609-403-0973.
Yeah, text it in because there's some good answers out
At
there.
the bottom of the second hour, we'll get our high school athletes in the spotlight with Fran Mclaughlin, brought to you by the Philly Pretzel Factory of Egg Harbor Township. Now, we're broadcasting live on my YouTube channel and the X platform.
Yes. Can't wait. Go check it out at Locker Room 973 on X as well. So you can check it out on the YouTube channel as well.
And of course, if you ever miss an episode, it's always uploaded 2 days later on my podcast, right, Leedsy? So we get that
all your
going.
podcast. You can find it on all your podcast avenues. You can find it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that.
8
Also-
locations, I believe.
Yeah, I believe 8 locations.
And of
Also,
course,
the website.
You
has
do
all
a great
the-
job with the website, Leedsy.
He
He's
kills it with
my IT guy.
He kills it with the website.
Thank
It's
you. We
awesome.
Got all the interviews, latest interviews from the past few weeks.
All
High school
right.
athletes in the spotlight.
Let's get her going, fellas. We got 2 hours to get it in. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that will help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing, from the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you. With over 20 office locations in New Jersey and PA, that's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give the Ocean City office a call. Chris Mooney, 609-399-1227. Now, I want to tell you about McCann Appraisers. For all your real estate appraisal needs, call John A. McCann and Associates, 609-263-7422. Ask for Norma, whether commercial or residential properties, for estate, tax, financial planning, divorce, financing, and more. The professionals at John A. McCann and Associates are licensed and ready to assist you. Give them a call, 609-263-7422. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room with Billy Schweim and my locker room youth movement, producer Nikki Earnshaw, and the intern Andrew Leeds, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Sixers Jack tonight on 97.3 ESPN with the voice of the Sixers, Tom McGinnis, calling all the exciting play-by-play action.
Quick drives in traffic, spins, keeps it, drives, left hand land, good. What a remarkable play by Grimes.
It's Sixers Jack tonight. Coverage begins at 7:30. It's Sixers basketball all season long on South Jersey's radio home for Philadelphia 76ers basketball.
Are you kidding me? He rocks the rim with a right hand jam.
97.3 ESPN.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot, and you need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Hi there, this is the Negadelphian from the locker room, and I might be negative about our Philly sports teams, but one thing I'm positive about is Elisa's shoes. Are you looking for the perfect pair of shoes? Then step into Elisa's shoe store on Asbury Avenue, Ocean City, New Jersey, where style meets comfort. From trendy sandals or everyday sneakers or an elegant heels for a night out, they've got it all. Their friendly team is there to help you find the perfect fit, no matter what the occasion. That's Elisa's Shoes at Asbury Avenue, Ocean City, New Jersey. Go to elisashoes.com or call 609-391-8859. Tell them the boys from the locker room sent you.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man, high five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Up top, bike shop. Yeah.
It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security.
5 years.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Thorpe, Dubois.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get the 5-year price lock guarantee.
5 years.
It's back, but only for a limited time.
Woo!
Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Ah, thanks, Dave.
High five.
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim and my Locker Room Youth Movement producer Nikki Earnshaw filling in for birthday boy Danny Ryan. And, of course, the intern Andrew Leeds, the second half of that youth movement. And it's always refreshing to get the younger crowd's opinions on things. And obviously you guys don't have the wisdom that I do.
Well, I don't think anyone's got the wisdom the Schweiner has.
That's a special trait.
Excuse me. By the way, I want to apologize. I've been fighting this cold for like 2 weeks. And I woke up this morning. I couldn't even talk. Like, because I've been...
I heard you call me on the way in from your Teos.
That's what I do now.
Yeah.
I hit the, it just hit the button. I get the Bluetooth and all that stuff.
Your Teos has all the bells and whistles.
I get all of it. And I hit that cruise control, and I can hit that the lane. It keeps you in the lane, so I don't have to pay attention. Thing drives itself. 609-403-0973 is the text board. The question is, Nikki loves this question. What Philadelphia star athlete, or not star, Philadelphia athlete that we had high expectations for that completely bombed out, that was horrible?
Yeah.
Who was the biggest disappointment in Philadelphia sports history? What athlete?
All right, so we got a few texts coming in. Paul from Pleasantville. This is the best one to kick us off. Ben Simmons is the number one. Number one. I love it, Paul. Way to get it started.
He's the first one that came to mind for me. I mean, that's a guy who's supposed to be the next LeBron.
Oh,
I mean, LeBron James, one of the top 2, top 3 players of all time. I mean, you have that type of
number one pick.
expectations.
Number one pick.
A 6'10" guard who can move like magic.
Right?
It just didn't, it's such a shame.
Refused to shoot.
Where were you guys?
Scared to play.
You guys remember when he didn't dunk against the Hawks?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, how much?
That was the moment.
I mean, that was the one. Like, if there was a defining moment in one
yeah.
person's career,
It was that.
It was that for
From
him.
the Clippers now with James Harden. How about that?
Two
Full
bums.
circle.
Harden's not a bum.
No, Harden, we should have kept. But all right, couple more. Our buddy Paul from Ocean City texting in, chiming in. We love Paul. Jalen Reagor. And then
Jalen Reagor,
and then he said Nnamdi Asomugha was another. Go Phils.
I had mentioned him to you
earlier, yeah.
609-403-0973 is the text board. The question is, what Philadelphia athlete has been the biggest disappointment? Never came to fruition. Never fulfilled the dream of taking us to the promised land.
Yeah, Jalen Reagor is an interesting answer for sure, just because, like...
Well, who wanted... That was Doug Peterson that wanted him, or was that Howie that wanted him? One didn't want him, one did. I think.
Well, that was the year that they took Reagor over Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
But
if
you look at it though, right? You have A.J. Brown, you have Devontae Smith. It ended up working out. Okay.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah, but how many years ago was 4? That was 4 years ago.
2020? Was that the 2020?
Yep, that was the Jalen Hurts draft.
All right.
So,
yeah.
So
again,
you say
they
the
got
end
hurt,
of the day, the end justified. It means like we had to go through that.
It all worked out.
It all works. He's got all this time in the world.
It all works out.
You're not. I'm a little impatient. I'm in instant gratification. What are you doing for me right now?
I know.
But
you're impatient.
But anytime I think about that, Nick. Remember what it was felt like last Thursday night when you wanted to watch sports and you had to turn on the Flyers, they were getting blown away, and then you go to the Sixers who were getting crushed by the Celtics? That wasn't fun.
It's not fun.
That's not fun.
It's not fun. But if you lose now, you're building something greater later.
Look,
and you'll have a perennial winner for years. Like, we can't sit here and say the Sixers have been contenders for how many years? Like, they've been in the postseason. They've been a perennial playoff team for how many years? So, I mean, listen, the process.
How about the Sixers and somebody? They've been a complete disappointment.
They have.
They haven't made it out of the second round.
They have, and I'll tell you what, these are flying off the wall right now. Some of these texts.
So talk about hitting a nerve.
Oh,
yeah. On a Sunday morning.
Wake up. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. They're coming off the board right now. Danny HT, Danny Tartable, Philly.
Danny Tartable. That's a good one.
That's from Dan and EH.
I'm going to go way, way back. And my older crowd, older listeners will appreciate this one. How about that one, Lance Parrish? They got him. It was a catcher from the Detroit Tigers.
Wow.
He was a perennial all-star. Guy was not going to cover. Comes to Philadelphia.
We're dusting him off today.
Stunk.
We're dusting off these baseball cards today.
Lance Parrish.
This is an interesting one that came in. I'm going to read it. Let me read it.
Read it.
To answer the question, the biggest disappointment, I got to say, Saquon Barkley, not for the person he is, not for the great job he did, not for winning us a trophy, but for the fact that he was the MVP and didn't get the MVP award. They gave him the best offensive player award, but they gave him another offensive player the MVP. How is that even possible? If Saquon Barkley is the best offensive player, then how is he not your MVP? That's my disappointment. Barkley is a savior and a great person. That's not the question.
Yeah, that feels like a different question.
That's convoluted right there.
You're making sense what you're saying.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Yeah.
It's not what
That's
we're
not
asking.
the question.
Yeah.
Not the question.
609-403-0973. Who's been the biggest disappointment? Philadelphia athlete that either we drafted, we traded for, got a free agency that did not live up to their expectations.
Here we go. Jeff from Summers Point. Larry Hughes on the Sixers.
He's a good one,
Yeah.
but not bigger than Ben Simmons.
No, I think Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons is the pinnacle of disappointment.
We got Bob from Cincinnati.
That's my brother. He's in the Natty.
There we go. Carson Wentz.
Ooh.
No, I thought of him too.
Did you think
The
of him?
twin chiming in.
How about that? That's a good
it's a tough one because
but he got hurt.
and he was an instrumental part of us winning that first Super Bowl.
Right,
with that
right.
season. So it's tough. But then again, we thought he was going to be our franchise quarterback for the next decade and a half, and then.
But you know
cleaned
what?
out.
I like where he was going with that, but he
I
got
caused
hurt.
a lot of.
But he got hurt, and I'm going to give him the benefit of the
I
doubt.
caused a lot of conversation with that the other week. Reposting a clip from Carson Wentz. It went
Yeah.
viral, and Yeah, because he said the quarter. What was the question? It was like what the quarterback. If you could switch, yeah.
Who would you be?
And he said Nick Foles.
Yeah, if you could.
Well, that's your
switch a
boy.
day
You
in
want
the
his
life.
number. You want his number retired.
Yeah, but I don't think Carson Wentz should have said Nick Foles.
609-403-0973. What Philadelphia star athlete's been the biggest disappointment? Whether it's been drafted by us, free pickup and free agency, or we traded for. 609-403-0973.
Oh, it's a great question.
Yeah,
And it's getting negative. And I hope we could get another negative individual
I hope
to,
we get
to
another,
join the show
because
today.
this is right up his alley.
It is.
I'm trying to get him.
I'm trying to get him.
We got to get the Negadelphian, because if there's one person that can lead the charge of this question, but also he comes on here yesterday, big smile on his face,
so positive.
Right? We can't. When I first saw him, the first thing I thought was positive. I didn't think negative.
Yeah, he was all positive. He's smiling ear to ear, and I'm like, what the heck is going on today? Like, there's so much to be negative about, and he starts off being positive.
All right.
It eventually got there with the bum thing.
Real quick, another question I want to, if you want to include this, because I just thought we kind of forgot. But I asked Nicky, what did you watch yesterday? And he said he watched. I said, yeah, what about the Flyers? He said, no, I watched spring training baseball. I said, you watched the regular season. You would rather watch spring training baseball, Phillies, than the Flyers?
Absolutely.
If the Flyers were in a playoff hunt, would you be?
I'd probably switch over to hockey, yeah. But hockey's number 4 on my list.
What about you?
It's tough.
I love the crack of the bat.
You got to think about it.
I think I would go with, yeah, I do, just because, like, again, I'm not as big of a hockey person. Hockey's probably my number 4.
Number 4.
But
you guys, that's not the point.
Yeah, that's why I got to think, though.
Look, you got the jersey that Mr. Negadelphia gave us.
Yeah,
all four emblems on there.
He should X out. He should X out the 76ers and the Flyers.
He did.
Both of them.
But
it's a hockey.
You got the
too.
jersey on, so you got to. So you take. Here's the priority. Here's what takes precedence. A team that's in a playoff run, you got to watch. So if the Flyers are coming down a stretch and they're in a playoff run,
I would watch it. Yeah,
you got to watch the. You can't watch spring training. I mean, you go there in commercials, but you can't be locked into spring training.
Why?
Because you're watching the Flyers.
I want to see baseball. I want to hear the crack of the bat, Schweiner. I'm a baseball guy.
And I'm most certain.
First and foremost.
And I'm most certain the two of you guys, if the Sixers were relevant, and if they were on the same time, the Phillies, you wouldn't even be watching the Phillies.
I would be watching the Phillies, but I would also be flipping back and forth between the Sixers and Flyers. I didn't even flip back and forth to
By the way,
Flyers.
if the Flyers were in a playoff push, I would definitely be watching the Flyers. But if we're talking about right now, where the Flyers are just kind of a middling team,
who's watching either one of them?
Yeah, exactly.
I
So
mean,
it's like,
if there's anybody that I would have to say you'd have to side with the Flyers for the simple reason that you want to see what they're doing, what they're mixing up, what kind of future they might
They
have.
just traded everybody. What would I watch for? They lost 4-1.
Well, what are you going to watch the Sixers for? You know what the outcome
I never said I was. I told you I would rather go to the nosebleeds and give my money to the Flyers than the damn Sixers.
Nicky Nosebleed.
I've only been to one game this year. And
Did we go to a game this year?
Not in 2025. I think it was like.
You mean I didn't bring it in the third row?
No. But like I'm talking about like when the calendar flipped to January.
All right.
I have only been to one game, and I wore Eagles to that game.
All right. 609-403-0973. The question is, who's the biggest disappointment in Philadelphia sports history? What athlete?
Yeah,
whether
let
we
us know.
traded for, whether we drafted, or we got in free agency. 609-403-0973. All right, the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with over 20 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give Chris Mooney a call in the Ocean City office, 609-399-1227. I want to tell you about La Scala's Beach House. It opened 2 summers ago to rave reviews. It's your home away from home for a large selection of Italian, American, and seafood favorites, just like your grandmom used to make. Plus, you'll love their famous pizza. Nikki loves it. Their daily specials and their game day menu. Eat in or take out at La Scala's. They're open Thursday through Monday right now. 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. That's LaScalasBeachHouse.com. Let's eat. You know, as the summer approaches, the springtime, and so Oh, that back beach area. You can open up, man. I can't wait.
Live
for that.
bands,
Live
everything.
band. We went there. Remember we went there in the summer?
Oh, yeah.
That was great. All right. When we return on the other side, we'll continue our question at 609-403-0973. Who is the biggest Philadelphia athlete, the biggest disappointment in Philadelphia sports history? 609-403-0973. You're listening to The Locker with Billy Schweim, Nikki Earnshaw, and Andrew Leeds right here on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Flyers Devils later today on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app. Listen as Tim Saunders and Todd Fedor bring you all the exciting play-by-play action.
Now Beach Pop on the backhand. He scores! Bad Bay Beach Pop.
It's Flyers Devils later today. Coverage begins at 1 p.m. It's Flyers hockey all season long on South Jersey's radio home for Philadelphia Flyers hockey.
What a save by Harrison again.
97.3 ESPN.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. Please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Hi, this is former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver David Klemick. Are you looking for the ultimate spot to go catch a big game? Bulldog Sports Bar and Grill in Galloway Township is your home for great food, cold drinks, and nonstop sports action. Whether it's an NFL, MLB, NBA, or NHL game, they've got all the action on their big screen TVs, plus one in every booth. Sink your teeth into their famous wings, juicy burgers, thin crust pizza, and signature stromboli. Thirsty? They've got ice cold beers on tap and handcrafted cocktails that keep you refreshed. So bring your crew, grab a seat, and feel the energy at Bulldog Sports Bar and Grill in Galloway Township. It's where sports fans go to win. Tell them Dave Klemick sent you.
Transforming your land with a John Deere compact tractor is as easy as connect, latch, load, haul, spread. Cutting grass is as simple as roll, click, mow. Box blading is as effortless as hook, lock, grade. And backhoeing is as convenient as turn around, switch, dig. Because when you've got the versatility to tackle just about any job and dealer support in your own backyard, you just have to get in the seat. Find the right compact tractor for you at johndeere.com.
By texting 64000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Babbel. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at babbel.com/TNC.
At Babbel, we know that language is more. It's more than hello and goodbye, and good evening and good night. It's more than mastering talking about the weather or directions to the closest cafe. At Babbel, our mission is to help you learn language for the long run. Babbel gives you the skills to learn a language for life. Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you text radio to 64,000. That's radio to 64,000.
Something good to know from First Bank of Sea Isle City. We have all of today's innovative banking products just like the big banks, but we offer something they can't. A personal community focus. Let's get you started with Bill Pay. You save time when you pay your bills online. It's fast, easy, and convenient. First Bank of Sea Isle City. A community bank that delivers more for you every day. Personal service, today's technology, from the people who truly care. Learn more at firstbankseaisle.com.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim in my Locker Room youth movement producer Nikki Earnshaw and the intern Andrew Leeds right here on a Sunday. It's going to be warm this week, fellas.
Oh, it is.
Now, that feels like spring. It's going to be 60 and 70 and 72.
Yeah, finally starting to, turn the corner on this winter.
I'm going to go out and play basketball again. It gets nice out. Go to the courts, local courts.
609-403-0973 is the text board number. The question is, who is the biggest disappointment in Philadelphia sports history? What athlete has not lived up to their expectations?
Tim in Summers Point says it's Mike Mamula.
Oh, Yeah, he's a good one. Mike Mamula.
Yeah.
We had something to give away for this.
I know. This is a damn
Yeah,
good
we're getting
one.
a lot of good ones already so far.
609-403-0973 is the text board.
Keep chiming
we
in.
need to get the Negadelphian on here.
I'm trying. I've called him. He's probably asleep.
609-403-0973. Now, excuse me. By the way, did I tell you my daughter also won her cheer competition at Harris yesterday?
Oh, get out of town.
She won a gold medal.
A lot of W's over in the Schweiner household.
She's a flyer. They throw her up in the air. And she has to do this move where she holds her leg up in the air. She has it nice and straight. She looks like she's like the natural.
Got an athlete over there.
I think she's athletic. She's athletic. She's more athletic than my brother's twin.
Let's go, AG.
That's a shot. That's a shot.
across
Bob in
the
Cincinnati.
Bebop. The Flyers, and I don't want to pick on them because I love. Look, there's nothing like playoff hockey. Would you guys admit agree to that? When the Flyers are going well and they're relevant, it's a fun time.
It is.
Yeah, playoff hockey is electric. I mean, even when it's not the Flyers, just in general, the Stanley Cup is always, it seems like a great series, back and forth.
Yeah, and you know what? Do we see the hatred between athletes that we used to? Because that makes for good drama. The hate. You gotta hate your opponent. Don't you have to hate your opponent? Your opponent?
AJ Brown actually just talked about
Yeah,
this.
because he's changing, like they switch jerseys at middle court. They get their signatures. No, I don't picking people up off the ground. I'm not doing that.
I think it was AJ Brown that said this on $1 Million Worth of Game. Andrew, they were discussing this and athletes during the day. I think Gilly brought it up to AJ Brown, like, why don't you just like hate the Cowboys? Like, why don't you hate like certain players?
Yeah.
And AJ Brown, I'm paraphrasing. I think Andrew's gonna look it up real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find it.
I mean, they talked about these guys like they train together in the off season. They've grown up together. You know what I mean? So like they.
You think Dick Butkus would have been picking
You know what I
people
mean?
off
So
the
that's
ground?
why there's like a mutual respect. There's not as much as like a hatred and rivalry.
Bill
as there once
Berge, think
was.
Bill Berge's picking anybody up?
I know. Get off my lawn, Schweiner. I understand. I got you.
Look,
Listen,
Nick,
I would like
it
to
adds
see
a
more.
little extra to the
I
to the
agree.
contest.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I would like to see a little more juice in the rivalries again. Like it's not as strong anymore because all these guys are buddies. They train in the off season. They play in basketball. They play pickup, the secret pickup games, or in the off season, like all that type of stuff. They went to the same camps together when they were younger, so they all are buddy and know each other.
You're making excuses.
I'm not. I'm just telling you what it is.
Yeah,
It's
by
not
the way,
excuse. It's
I
just
can't-
how it's reality.
I can't find the exact quote, but it does seem like from that podcast,
Yeah.
because that's where he talks about Micah Parsons
Yep.
joining the Eagles and all that.
Yep.
Which,
Like, I
yeah,
don't
it
expect
definitely
my-
has
I don't
changed.
expect my daughter, who's in 4th grade, on my Christ the King team, to hate people. Like that's different. But when you're a professional, it's about money. It adds more to the element of the game, the hatred between the players.
Sports hate's different. That's what it is. Sports hate. That's what it is. It's a rivalry. It's competition. It's a competitive nature.
Right.
And yeah, I'm with. I wish there was a little more of that, but it's because all these guys are going to the same camps. They've known each other for years since they were in high school, and it's like, you're doing great, dude. Like seeing you here, like they're all buddy. So that's kind of
And even like
the era we're in.
the rise of social media, like you know,
Right.
people are more connected.
Right.
Everyone has a podcast these days. I mean, you know, all the talk with
You
Derek.
know what's funny? You said
going
people
on.
are more connected, but people are not.
Yeah.
Spending time with people. Everybody's
Yeah.
on their phones. They're not like even when I take my daughter to dinner, I gotta say, like I don't want her. She's got we go to dinner. She's got her phone open. I go, AJ, put that away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
No,
here
for
with dinner
sure.
with me. You're
Yeah.
here with mom and dad. You're having dinner.
Yeah, I totally get it.
Have
We're
your
all.
hand in your phone.
It's easier to connect with people virtually, but in person, we've lost.
We've lost that.
We've
Yeah.
lost that connection to be able to talk to each other in person, and have a
You-
conversation.
By the way, speaking of hatred, is this true what I'm saying about with LeBron James and Stephen A. Smith?
So let me,
Yeah,
I don't know what
Stephen-
you saw. over there. I don't know what the heck you saw.
I
over
can
there.
only see what I've seen on social media.
I know, and
It was-
sometimes we gotta
it was a
filter
split-
your.
It was a split screen because I don't know if it's AI generated or not.
So
Boy, hold on. It was a split screen of Stephen A. and LeBron was saying, "Don't talk. Get my son's name out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Mouth. Don't talk about my son."
right. So the other night, Stephen A. attended the Lakers-Knicks game,
Right.
and I believe it was in the third quarter. Leeds, if I'm not
I
mistaken.
think so. Might have been in between.
Yeah,
quarters.
it was like in between like a timeout or something like that. And someone caught on video LeBron going up to Stephen A. courtside and getting in his face,
Yeah.
telling him not to bleep and talk about his son anymore. essentially.
He's a big boy. He's a pro.
Stephen A went on First Take, discussed it, and he also went on the Stephen A. Smith Show, his podcast, and talked about it as well. I think this is an awful look for LaFraud James.
LaFraud James.
Because I gotta say, the fact he brought this on his son, by the way. He brought this on to himself. He brought this on his son. His son does not belong in the NBA.
No
his
way.
son
He doesn't even belong in the G League.
His son should be in the G League. He didn't even start on USC. He should have stayed in college. But LeBron's ego had to bring his son to play with him, to be the first to have a father-son duo. He couldn't let his son just develop and do it on his own. He forced the Lakers to take him in the second round. He forced the Lakers to have a spot open. He's not even on a two-way contract on the roster. He's taking somebody's roster spot. And he's a professional athlete. He's an adult. He's in the public eye. He's open to criticism. And Stephen A., I'm on Stephen A. Smith's side with this.
I am too.
He did not say anything that was malicious. He criticized his play, and he criticized LeBron for the way he brought his son into the league. And I think he's dead on about it. I think it was
I agree with you 100%, and I know Leeds, you do too.
Yeah, no.
Are you a LeBron fan?
I'm definitely I don't
not.
I don't hate LeBron to the degree that it seems you two.
I will
do.
say when he first came into the league, he had a couple commercials. He was funny. He was young. It was all fresh. But then after he went to Miami, things started changing for me.
There was an awful look by LeBron the other day to go up to Stephen A. and do that. Awful. And the fact that you could do it privately. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to go in the middle of a game. Seriously?
Reaching millions of people.
He knew that there were going to be millions of cameras, millions of people. He
Acting
knew that,
like a
and then
tough
he
guy.
knew that Stephen A. was going to talk about it on his show. Because Stephen A. That's what he does.
Do you think he's
talks.
just doing this for publicity, you think?
No, I think he's genuinely.
What do they say? Any negative publicity is good publicity?
I think he was upset because it's his son. Because Stephen A. even talked about it.
You can't have it both ways, LeBron.
But that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, his son's open to criticism. And I don't think Bronny seems like a decent guy, like, from all accounts.
It has anything to do with
has
his
nothing to do with him.
And see, that's the thing that I agree with you. It's not like Stephen A. has said anything completely out of line.
No.
Like, if Stephen A. was going out of his way to take shots at Bronny when it wasn't necessary, I would get it.
But here's the other thing. How many podcasts, how many media members have criticized LeBron and his son for this whole thing? Why does he have to single out one guy?
That's what I don't.
To Stephen A. Smith.
So go up to every single media member and do it then.
I mean,
It's
Skip
crazy.
Bayless has made like a career out of talking trash on LeBron, and LeBron, I think he ignores him like on purpose, but still, I don't get it.
That was a bad look.
It was a bad look.
But you know what? I got to say this. He still is, at the age of 40, he's still productive.
He's a great career. He's the second best player of all time, in my estimation.
He even said in the video that I saw, he said, I'm the second best player behind Michael Jordan, he said.
Yeah, he is.
He was actually being sarcastic.
Yeah, he's the second best player. No, he's not better than Michael.
No, but I think the way he said it, he was like,
being condescending.
There you go.
Yeah.
Very good word. Condescending.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I was very, very angry when I saw that.
609-403-0973. What Philadelphia athlete in the history of all Philadelphia sports teams has been the biggest disappointment?
We got a couple.
609-403-0973. Never lived up to their expectations.
I'll tell you what, we got a good one. It's an interesting situation, unfortunate situation, but we got Coach James chiming in on the YouTube. Carter Hart. Disappointment.
Carter Hart.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, that's a
massive
that
disappointment.
counts, man.
It's a massive
That's a good
disappointment.
one.
Carter Hart.
Man, I wish I had something to give away for that one.
I know. There's some good ones coming in. Danny DHT chimed in again. He said, biggest disappointment in Philly sports history will be the next Sixers signing.
That's a safe bet.
That's a good
Come
one.
on.
609-403-0973. Who has been the biggest disappointment in Philadelphia sports history? What athlete has not lived up to their expectations?
I still think Ben Simmons is the best one out there. He was insanely disappointing. The way his career trajectory has now landed him in L.A. where he wants to be because he loves the limelight, but he doesn't love basketball. So
you said a couple. I don't want to say it. You did say a couple good ones during the break.
yeah, I don't want to give away because there's a ton more. 609-403-0973.
All right, the Eagles. I haven't talked to you. I know how Nicky feels, but yesterday or Friday, because it was Thursday or Friday, the Eagles made an offer to Zach Bond. Are you happy about that?
Oh,
They
yeah,
signed him.
100%.
They didn't offer. They signed him.
Well, I thought it wasn't official until
It's official. They signed him.
I mean, yeah, technically, the league.
Right.
I don't
Yeah,
think-
the league has to wait, but he's signed.
No, I love it. I mean, it's not. It's he's going to be the 4th highest paid off-ball linebacker. Which
Right.
I mean, he was the best
which is
off-ball
not a
linebacker.
characteristics for the Flyers or for the Eagles. They don't.
Yeah.
They don't sign linebackers.
And you think about it, he was the best linebacker in the league last year, and we didn't even. He got the 4th highest money. I mean, it's not like it's a crazy contract. 3 years, $51 million. I mean, he was such an instrumental part of this defense. Him and Fangio seem to
Who's
gel.
Who's your next priority, Leeds?
My next priority, if I had to choose somebody, to be Mekhi Becton.
Yeah, Mekhi Becton, right
I
next.
think Mekhi Becton's
Yeah,
gotta be the guy.
I'm with you. I agree.
I think everybody's in agreement that if Josh Sweat goes, we wouldn't be terribly upset.
Yeah, he's going to demand too much money.
Same with Milton Williams still.
Milton Williams.
Yeah.
And I will say Adam Schefter just came out with a little bit of news just a few minutes ago that the Buffalo Bills have released Von Miller.
Wow.
It's another name.
Well, he's getting up there, isn't he?
I know,
Yeah.
but we've seen Eagles take shots on veterans
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
Later in when you get closer to
Ndamukong
training
Suh
camp, right?
and Bob
Yeah.
Joseph.
So, are you in on Myles Garrett?
The way I look at the Myles Garrett situation is I'm not sitting here pounding the table saying we need to make this trade.
If
'Cause
it's
we gotta give up-
feasible.
if it's feasible, we're gonna have to give up a lot. It's the kind of thing where if it happens, I'm excited. If it doesn't happen, I'm cool with moving with our defensive line that we have right now because we have Jalix on
It's
more.
like that old adage: if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, again, I'm not going to be mad if we do it. I'm going to be super excited. I mean, he's one of the best defensive players of this generation.
Any shot at Jerry Slay coming back to the Eagles after his dust up with CJ DJ?
Dude, I think it's better off.
I
leaving
watched
it.
that whole podcast last night of
Did you really?
Big Play Slay. Oh, it's a
What do you
brutal
think?
listen.
What do you
I
think, Nick?
can't lie. It's a tough listen. It's a tough listen.
I don't get why he does these things.
But yeah, he didn't mention CJ GJ. But the fact we're crying about this, like it's just a podcast. It's like, who cares? Who cares?
I do
Like,
think it's being blown way.
it
out
is
of
blown
proportion.
way out of proportion. But the fact you have
I
like
wonder if these guys like
all the Twitter
pro
fingers,
athletes,
like come
pro
on.
athletes. So like, if you're on a team with you don't have to necessarily like somebody. You have to work with them professionally. They're like not all the guys hang out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They
But you
don't
don't
all
have to go
out.
on social media crying
Yeah.
about
Right. You
how
don't want to do incendiary stuff. You know
About
what
a
I mean?
guy who did a player who did a podcast. Like he didn't mention your name. Like, grow up. Come on, CJ. I really like CJ GJ as a player. Like he's awesome.
Bradbury's gone, but
I
there's no
love
big loss
I love how animated he is too. But like, come on, CJ. what are
CJ
you
DJ
doing?
is a vocal guy like Brandon
And I
Graham.
have no problem
only in
with that.
secondary.
But like, come on.
And also, I love AJ Brown, but the fact that after that he was
Why'd
like,
he
"Wow,
get
Eagles
involved?
fans are messy." Like it's
Oh,
not
I
the
know.
fans, who
Right, it's not the
caused
fans.
this
There,
situation.
there's a faction out there that deserves
Yeah,
some
100%.
criticism of the fan base on social media. But why is he getting involved? Like, stop. Put delete X. Can we have all the
I
Eagles
wonder-
just delete X
I
at
wonder
this
if
point?
the Eagles could put out a directive to their players. No, like the Yankees. No facial hair. No
No
Duck,
social
no Duck
media?
Dynasty.
No
no
pod-
not in this
right?
era.
no
No
podcast.
podcast.
Not
and
in
no
this era.
and no X.
Not in this era. No.
I don't
No
think they'd
way.
be
Too
able
much
to.
Be
money.
infringing on their constitutional right, to
Too-
freedom of speech.
Too much money to lose, Schweiner.
Not off the X.
Yeah, in fact.
They're losing money off X.
Yeah, if they're putting
Yeah,
ads out and stuff,
sponsorships, yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
It's marketing,
Marketing, followers,
Yeah, but
the
they
whole
don't.
thing.
But they don't get money for making posts, though. Do
Yes,
they?
they do.
Some
Really?
do.
Some of them
Some
do, yeah.
So if a player or if a
Absolutely.
celebrity makes a post, what do you get? So many?
Yeah.
You get paid for that too.
Absolutely.
How come I'm not getting anything?
Well, we got to work on your social media prowess over there. we just taught you what an airdrop is. Let's take it one step at a time.
609-403-0973. What Philadelphia athlete has never lived up to their expectations? They were the worst. Like, they were just brutal. We got them, and they stunk.
Yeah.
609-403-0973.
We have some great texts coming in. One, before we head to break, is Fultz is pretty disappointing given they could have had Tatum. No name attached to it, unfortunately, but it's a good
That's
one.
one I
Fultz,
was- that's one I
Fultz
was
one of the
waiting
big
for.
ones. Yep. Yep. Andrew brought it up before the show.
All right. Hey, for the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you. With over 20 office locations in New Jersey and PA, that's Surety Title. For more information, Call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give Chris Mooney a call in the Ocean City office, 609-399-1227. Now, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give him a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. When you return, we'll wrap up hour number 1. You're listening to The Locker with Billy Schweim, Nikki Earnshaw, and Andrew Leeds right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Coming up on the next edition of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Hey, it's Mike Gill. Coming up on Monday's show, it is the start of the legal tampering period for the NFL. Will Howie Roseman and the Eagles be making moves? Plus, I've got tickets starting Monday all week long for the MAC basketball championship game at Boardwalk Hall, all on the Sports Bash.
The Sports Bash, weekdays from 2 to 6 p.m. on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're #1.
Rendezvous Pizza, Rendezvous Pizza, Rendezvous Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Rendezvous Pizza, there's one right nearby. Rendezvous Pizza, Rendezvous Pizza. It's a pizza like you never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Rendezvous Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Rendezvous Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Rendezvous Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stopped, opt out. Consult a doctor prior to use.
You look amazing. What have you been doing?
You've heard of Ozempic, Wegovy, and the other GLP-1 medications, right? Well, I found this great company called Zelfie. If you qualify, their providers can prescribe medications like Ozempic and Wegovy and other GLP-1 medications that are 80 to 90% less expensive, all 100% online.
I can get GLP-1 medications for 80 to 90% less and do it all online? No doctor's office or pharmacy?
Yes, Zelfie can help provide you with semaglutide or tirzepatide, the active ingredients in Ozempic and other expensive GLP-1s, but for 80 to 90% less.
How do I get started with Zelfie?
Just send them a text.
Text MAJOR to 200-300 to get started today with Zelfie to see if you're eligible. Get the same active ingredients in Wegovy or Ozempic, but for 80 to 90% less and 100% online. Don't wait. Text MAJOR to 200-300 right now for a link to your exclusive offer. Text MAJOR to 200-300. MAJOR to 200-300.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim and my Locker Room Youth Movement, producer Nikki Earnshaw, and the intern Andrew Leeds. We got a question going on the text board right now at 609-403-0973. Who is the biggest athlete in Philadelphia sports history that's been the biggest disappointment?
There we go.
Didn't live up to the expectations.
There we go.
Well, what's that?
I thought I thought you were going to stumble over and forget the word disappointment. Over.
No, the biggest disappointment in Philadelphia sports history.
Yeah, we got some good ones.
Whether we drafted him, traded for him, or picked him up in free agency.
Anyone. So we got Jake from EHC. That's Egg Harbor City, right? Correct.
Egg Harbor City.
Lance Parrish.
That's what I said.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Lance Parrish.
Lance Parrish. And we
I
got
didn't see anybody would think of that one.
got another one coming in. Namdi Asamoah. It's been said before. So, we got Tom and CMCH. Andrew Bynum.
Andrew Bynum. That's a good one.
Great one.
609-403-0973.
That one might be my favorite.
That's what kickstarted the process.
Yeah.
That's true, too.
Wow. Never played a game for the Sixers.
Andrew Bynum.
I had his jersey.
Bowling accident.
A bowling accident.
Didn't they have the big press? Where'd they have the big press conference at? Was that was it the Art Museum or was it the Franklin Institute? Where was they? I remember when they traded for him. When that big trade happened, they had like a giant press conference. Everybody was there. It was a big deal. And he never played one game. I had his jersey.
This is what inspired us because on the other side, we're going to talk with the head of sports medicine for Virtua, orthopedic surgeon, Dr. Sean McMillian. The reason why we got this question is we're going to talk about Joel Embiid's future.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, the doctor's going to educate us on the knee and what he knows. Like, I'm sure the doctors have their own, like my brother, he's a pilot, right?
Yep.
Anything that happens in
Bob in Cincinnati.
Yeah. Anything that happens in the aviation industry, all the pilots know about it. Same thing with doctors, right? I'm sure there's like rumors in his profession that's going around about,
and he's
because it's all medical, like they all got to learn about it, right?
Yeah, and he's given us some great information before we've had him on the show. He's always great. By the way, it was the National Constitution.
Oh, is that the Constitution Center?
That's where the press conference was.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's where they hold presidential debates. I was there this past year.
Nikki
Politics.
Nikki Politics.
God, they had it at the Constitution Center.
Never played a
I
game.
thought it was like the art museum.
Hey guys, Chief just got back to me.
Don't read it on the air.
I can't.
Don't read it on the air.
Oh, this is beautiful.
I'll read. Short. It's short and to the point.
Okay, yeah.
So what?
He can barely talk as it is, and she's gonna. Oh my gosh,
he's a beauty.
He's the best.
Once again, I said to him, I said, "Hey, dum dum,
Do you think we can get him back?
Your boy Loud was a -2, and you lost, no points." And I said, "He's something."
He said something.
I said something.
He said something. All right.
He's a beauty, eh?
We got to get him back in here. I never got to meet him in person.
He is. Listen, Chief was a fighter, right?
Yep.
20 years in the league. Great team guy, but he was a fighter. He wasn't but turned out to be one heck of a coach.
Yeah.
Guys love him.
Yep.
And they'll run through. He's the type of coach that players will run through the wall for.
Yep. Kind of like your fourth grade girls team.
That's right.
They're buying in.
Yeah, and yet here you are on a Sunday morning texting him, "Hey, dum dum."
Believe me, if he sees me, he will give me a punch.
Nothing could be finer.
All right, hour one's in the books. Hour two, we're going to talk with Dr. Sean McMillian, chief orthopedic surgeon, head of sports medicine at Virtua, and then, of course, our high school athletes in the spotlight with Fran Mclaughlin, brought to you by the Philly Pretzel Factory of Egg Harbor Township. We got one more hour to get in. Got a lot to do. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim and my Locker Room Youth Movement, producer Nikki Earnshaw, and the intern Andrew Leeds, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Unsportsmanlike with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Small.
Y'all are saying biscuits aren't as good as bagels for breakfast sandwich? The biscuit is better.
Cece, no,
The biscuit is better.
What are we doing?
I don't know. Y'all are having the wrong. I don't know who making y'all biscuits. Y'all are all off. Like, if you got a biscuit as the vehicle for the breakfast sandwich, I'll take that 10 times out of 10 over a bagel.
What?
Wake up weekday mornings with Unsportsmanlike with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman on 97.3 ESPN.
Hey guys, do you want male performance in the bedroom and do you want it now?
Get it in 47 seconds or less. For the first time, you can have instant male enhancement. Introducing Knox 47, the topical male enhancement that works in 47 seconds or less. Satisfaction guaranteed. Finally, after years of scientific research, our proprietary formula will allow you to perform in the bedroom like never before. Just imagine that little blue pill on steroids. No reason to settle and wait when you can get instant performance now. Forget about pills and potions that make you wait hours or up to 30 days to work. That's yesterday's news. Knox 47 is brand new. The hottest thing for men. And you don't need a prescription. Call now and get your free supply for a limited time.
Find out how to get Knox 47 for free. Call now, 800-481-9983. That's 800-481-9983. Free bottles for limited time. Call 800-481-9983. That's 800-481-9983.
Transforming your land with a John Deere compact tractor is as easy as connect, latch, load, haul, spread. Cutting grass is as simple as roll, click, mow. Box blading is as effortless as hook, lock, grade. And backhoeing is as convenient as turn around, switch, dig. Because when you've got the versatility to tackle just about any job and dealer support in your own backyard, you just have to get in the seat. Find the right compact tractor for you at johndeere.com.
Hey, it's Mike Gill for Game Day Men's Health in Egg Harbor Township. 1 in 4 men over 30 in the U.S. have low testosterone levels. Whether you're chasing peak performance, reigniting intimacy, or simply want to feel your best, Game Day Men's Health is defining a new era in men's health. Delivering premium testosterone replacement therapy, moving the stigma around erectile dysfunction, and supporting weight loss with medical treatments and vitamin therapy. Fast appointments, immediate results, and expert guidelines. No shortcuts. Their EHC office provides privacy, comfort, flat-screen TVs, and zero fluff. Get stronger and get healthier and get back in the game with free testosterone tests and consultation, a complete medical evaluation, and a customized game plan. With on-site lab, you'll get testosterone levels in just 15 minutes. Call Game Day Men's Health in EHT, 609-365-7088, or visit them on English Creek Avenue in EHT and GameDayMen'sHealth.com. Tell them Mike Gill sent you for a special offer.
Your old or broken phone can let you down when you need it most.
Perfect.
But at Verizon, trade in any old phone from our top brands and get the most for it, up to $2,000 in value, for an amazing new iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence and a new line on My Plan, and iPad and Apple Watch Series 10. That's like a 3-for-1. And you can get it on any plan. At Verizon, trade in your old phone for a brand new iPhone 16 Pro, iPad, and Apple Watch. The other guys won't give you that. Visit Verizon.com today. Additional terms apply. Service plan required for Apple Watch and iPad. Up to $2,000 value based on iPhone, iPad, and Apple Watch.
Home of the Philadelphia Eagles, Sixers, and Flyers. 97.3 ESPN, WENJ, WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City. A Town Square media station serving all of South Jersey.
Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy.
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Fly.
All right, we're back broadcasting live from the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein and my locker room youth movement. Producer Nikki Earnshaw and the intern Andrew Leeds here with me on a Sunday. And, of course, we still are, Nikki. It's still fair to say, and Andrew, that we are still basking in the glow of a big Super Bowl run and win by the Eagles. All right, but I go back. I can't help but go back. We had Mr. Negadelphi on yesterday, and I can't go back to Thursday. I turned on the TV, and I had to watch the Flyers and Sixers get blown away, right? So that wasn't any fun.
Yeah.
So then yesterday when we were having our conversation, Nikki and I decided let's talk about so we were talking about Embiid and his knee and the controversy surrounding that. What is the biggest disappointment in sports history, Philadelphia sports history? What star athlete, whether we drafted him, we traded for him, he became here on a free agency, who's been the biggest disappointment in Philadelphia sports history? 609-403-0973.
Yeah, we have a ton of texts coming in. The last one was great by Tom, Andrew Bynum. That was the one before we went to break.
Yeah.
Someone no name, Eric Lindros.
You know what? There's another guy, man.
Yeah.
He he got to the Stanley Cup playoffs, but never won it. And with all the promise how big is he?
Clearly
how big he
talent.
was, right? How much talent he had?
It's funny. Two people texted in. Jack from Wildwood also just texted in Eric Lindros as well simultaneously.
That's a good surprised it took that long.
Yeah,
I guess because he was so good. Like people still have love for him, but there is.
Yeah, but there was a lot of even the organization, like you say, didn't they weren't high on him.
Organization.
All right. So, with all this controversy surrounding Joel Embiid and the knee talk and just the disappointment the frustration that Philadelphia fans are experiencing having Joel Embiid out with his knee, I had to call on somebody that knows really a lot about the knee.
Yep.
So without any further ado, let's go to the Tom's River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room. He's the head of sports medicine for Virtua, orthopedic surgeon Dr. Sean McMillian's with us. Good morning, Doc.
Morning, Billy. How we doing, guys?
All right, Doc, I'm going to be calling you real soon. I can hardly walk, dude. You're going to have to replace that knee.
I got your back, Billy. Don't
And speaking of knees, Doc, I mean, we've been dying to get you on for like the last actually 6 weeks because it's been on my mind. I said, that's it. I've had enough. I want to know what you know. I know in the doctor community, I'm sure you orthopedic surgeons, you're getting bits and pieces of what exactly is going on. But what is your understanding about what's wrong with his knee?
Yeah, and look, Billy, I haven't seen his records. I don't know anything personal. But when you see this from the outside, a couple things run through your mind. He had the meniscus injury last year, which again was addressed surgically. But if it's still giving him problems where he's having swelling and pain and can't do what he needs to, you got to wonder if he has damage to what's called the cartilage, which is the smooth covering on the end of the bone. And that can cause arthritis. It can cause pain and really limit you. And then you start dealing with, what are the options for someone who's, 7 feet and 280 pounds or more to treat that and let him get back to a level of high quality.
But Doc, I've had several knee operations, and I've lost a significant part of my cartilage in my right knee, and I'm sure that's what's giving me the problem. But for an athlete, when you start taking pieces out of the knee, that creates doesn't it loosen the joint and make it more unstable?
Yeah, so when you start removing meniscus, which I believe is what he had done last year, again, you lose some of the cushioning that's there to cushion, the thigh bone and the shin bone. So it does lead to, downward effects, whether it's loosening the knee or just increasing the risk of arthritis. We always try to save the meniscus if we can, Billy, but sometimes it's so torn that it just needs to be trimmed like a hangnail.
Is there any procedure that can be done he's 7'2", and he's, pounding on his knee is, it's a long season. Is there any procedure that he can get that would satisfy you that he would be able to come back completely healthy and be back to his MVP form?
Yeah, so, Billy, it's tough. And when you think about guys of his size that have had knee surgeries done for cartilage damage, only a couple come to mind that come back and play at a high level. A couple years ago, or probably a decade now, Amari Stoudemire had a procedure done to stimulate new cartilage growth. And more recently, Lonzo Ball from the Chicago Bulls he lost 2 years, but had a procedure to put new cartilage into his knee as well. While it's great for the layperson, it's really tough to get back to that level when you're as big as he is and putting his body through, what it is. So I don't know that he ever gets back to playing 65, 70 games again at a high level.
Wow.
Hey, Sean, it's Nick. I got to ask you in regards to kind of the surgeries and the procedures that you could do for his knee. There was a report that came out that they would take a piece of the hip and maybe put that in the knee. Can you speak to what that type of procedure is?
Yeah, so there's different ways to address damage inside the knee joint of the cartilage, and one is putting a bone graft in there to restore some stability and I guess think about the knee joint as being like a blacktop on the road. When you start getting potholes, you can fill the potholes in sometimes to give it a smoother road. So there are different options to treat that. And again, for an average-sized person doing average things, there's many options. When you're that big, you need something really strong to be able to withstand the force and the pounding that's required. And even if he goes through that procedure, it's a lengthy recovery to build up the strength and get the body in a place to be able to do that. Hence the apprehension all year with doing another surgery.
Hey, good morning, Doc. So obviously you touched on, some of the physical things that you have to work on to, improve your health after getting such a surgery. But what are some of the mental aspects of, coming back from an injury and a surgery as, big as this one? What are the mental aspects to that?
Yeah, and to be fair, Joel touched on that earlier in the season, that it takes a mental toll. You don't trust your knee. So again, some of the things you're working on besides the physical, cutting weight, strengthening the leg, include, psychology. Can I trust the knee again? Can I, if I take a hit or if I jump and come down awkwardly, am I going to be okay to, keep going, or am I going to, have a mini panic attack? And, there's a lot that goes into it. And a lot of it too is, how much do I want to put my body through? He's 31. He's, got all the money in the world, and he has to ask himself at some point, what's worth the toll, thinking about what he's going to be like in his 40s, 50s, and 60s.
We're talking with Dr. Sean McMillian. He's the head of sports medicine orthopedic surgeon over there at Virtua. And a buddy of mine texted me. Actually, Mr. Negadelphia texted us yesterday, Nick. He said, Embiid has severe lateral osteoarthritis, needs an I don't know how to say that, osteotomy, and he's going to be out for a complete year. That's not a guarantee? I mean, is that something that is obviously an option, but how successful is it?
So the osteotomy essentially means that you're correcting the alignment of the knee. So his knee is sort of bowed or sort of crooked a little bit from probably losing some of that cartilage and some of it just being genetic. So when you change the angle of the knee, it actually decreases the force. It's really successful, Billy, when it comes to the average person. I don't know anyone professionally that's gotten it and come back and played.
I think Kobe Bryant had it. That's what Josh, our producer, and he also is the host of Game Night here on 97.3 ESPN Monday through Friday from 6 to 7. He said that Kobe. He thinks. What do you think about the procedure Kobe Bryant had 15 years ago? I guess it wasn't that treatment, but he had something, right, Nick, for the knee?
Yeah, he did. He had a procedure done.
He was getting the PRP treatments.
That's right.
Going to Germany, and I'm sure he's gotten some of that already, which can help decrease swelling and pain in the knee joint. But again, going back to what I said, when you start losing that meniscus, it leads to increased arthritis, and there's not a lot of great options for someone that big, and osteotomy is one of them. Although, like I said, I don't know anyone who's come back professionally to play with it.
Hey, Doc, at Joel Embiid's size, and they've kind of tried to go through the therapeutics and just limit the swelling of the knee. I mean, as someone at his size, going throughout this year, I mean, how much worse can that make the knee going forward since they didn't elect for the procedure?
Yeah, and that's the double-edged sword. I mean, they're trying to avoid doing a big surgery on him because it can cost him some of his prime years. And we do have so many therapeutics that are available now to help treat it, whether it's PRP or other injections and rehab. But look, I mean, when you're 280 pounds, and he's got to be pushing more than that now, 7 feet tall, it's just a lot of force on that knee, and there's no other way around it. And look, he doesn't play as effectively if he's 240, right? I mean, he plays the way he plays because of who he is. And that's really the problem moving forward. And I honestly don't see a great ending to this one for him, but we're all rooting for him.
Yeah. Hey, Doc, obviously with modern technology and all the advancements that you guys have made over the years with the knee, and there's no way he can play with a knee replacement, could he?
I would not expect that.
I just threw it out there. I mean, you never know. I mean, are we heading that way? I mean, eventually.
I mean, yeah, it's not great options all the way around. And look, there are many new, advances besides the osteotomy and other things that are out there. But again, everything comes with risk, right? And that's something between his agent, himself, the team doctors, and all the other opinions he's gotten. It sounds like he's gotten double-digit other opinions. And that clearly tells you that there's no great, answer or option for him right now.
All right, Doctor. Well, at least you gave us some clarification on this. I mean, obviously everybody's talking about it, and how disappointing of a season it's been for the Sixers. They go into a season with great hopes and expectations. They get Paul George and Maxey, and then of course then they lose Embiid to the whole year for the because of the knee. And I really appreciate you taking time. I know you flew back from Tampa today.
Yes, sir.
All right. Did you get a suntan, Doc?
For me, it's an Irish tan, Billy.
Well, listen, I'll give you a happy early St. Patrick's Day, all right?
Thank you, guys. Be safe.
All right, thanks, Doc. There he is, Dr. Sean McMillian on the Tom's River Volkswagen Sports Hotline.
He was great.
I mean, so he basically said he doesn't really think he's going to be able to come back from this.
No, not be the same player. Not be the same player, at least.
So he's got a max contract for 3 years, and he's worth nothing.
I mean, that's where that forced medical retirement comes into question.
So cut the losses. Remember, we talked about this yesterday, Nick. Look at Nick. I mean, it is what it is, right? I mean, he was Dr. Sean was honest with us. I mean, I don't.
Yeah. I don't know what you do if you're the Sixers.
Yeah.
I don't know what you do at this point.
Like, I would hate to see it as a guy who, loves the Sixers, wants them to succeed, loves Joel Embiid, wishes the best for him.
You also want him to have a good rest of his life.
You know what? You know what? One thing I should have asked Doc, like the pain threshold, because I blew my brother Bobby and he blew both of his knees out. I blew my one knee out. When you come back from that type of ACL, MCL, all that stuff, it's mental. You put your foot down, you want to plant. It's in the back of your head. That pain that you felt, it's there with you.
And like Doc mentioned, I mean, it takes a mental toll on you. And it was a great question by Leedsy over here. Like, it takes a lot out of you, too. And, like, do you trust it? And, like, how much pressure can I put on it? It affects you.
Because in the back of your mind, you know how that felt when it blew out the first time. You don't want to go through that again.
Yeah, it's always a huge part of the process, regardless of the injury, really.
Yeah.
I mean, just it's human nature. So,
For over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark. With a friendly staff, it's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the locker room with Billy Schwein. Throw at a party, prepare for the big game. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. They deliver. That's the Circle Liquor Store. Now, I want to tell you about McCann Appraisers. For all your real estate appraisal needs, call John A. McCann and Associates, 609-263-7422. Ask for Norma. Whether for commercial or residential properties, for estate, tax, financial planning, divorce, financing, and more, the professionals at John A. McCann and Associates are licensed and ready to assist you. Give them a call immediately, 609-263-7422. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Clinton and Friends with Clinton Yates on 97.3 ESPN.
Saquon provides an element that is incomparable. I mean, I can't think of the last time we saw a running back that was that dynamic in terms of how they could change game. Sure, you could have a player that you want to use in the same fashion. It's a copycat league. And maybe your head coaches of the world, your GMs of the world are going to look at that guy and say, you know what? Maybe we overthought this.
Listen to Clinton and Friends, weekdays from 10 a.m. to noon on 97.3 ESPN.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Hundreds of Volkswagens in stock and on sale. Hundreds of Mitsubishis, even 100 electric Bintelli golf carts in stock and on sale at Tom's River Auto Group. And not one a penny over sticker. Plus, Tom's River Auto has a Birds fan bonus. $500 off just for showing up in a team jersey, hat, socks, whatever. How easy is that? New or used, Tom's River's got plenty, but hurry. On sale, they're flying. Click Tom'sRiverAutoGroup.com.
Hi, this is former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver David Klemick. Are you looking for the ultimate spot to go catch a big game? Bulldog Sports Bar and Grill in Galloway Township is your home for great food, cold drinks, and nonstop sports action. Whether it's an NFL, MLB, NBA, or NHL game, they've got all the action on their big screen TVs, plus one in every booth. Sink your teeth into their famous wings, juicy burgers, thin crust pizza, and signature stromboli. Thirsty? They've got ice cold beers on tap and handcrafted cocktails to keep you refreshed. So bring your crew, grab a seat and feel the energy at Bulldog Sports Bar and Grill in Galloway Township. It's where sports fans go to win. Tell them Dave Clemick sent you.
At Rocket, we believe everyone deserves their shot at the American dream. So if you're feeling locked out of home ownership, we're here to give you back the keys. We're opening doors, breaking down walls, and doing everything we can to turn renters into owners. And we're not going to stop until we help everyone home. To find out more, visit rocket.com. Rocket, own the dream.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man. High five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Up top, bike shop.
Yeah.
It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security.
5 years.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Casper, Dubois.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get the 5-year price lock guarantee.
5 years.
It's back, but only for a limited time.
Woo!
Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Ah, thanks, Dave.
High five.
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim and my Locker Room Youth Movement. Producer Nikki Earnshaw and the intern Andrew Leeds here with me. And by the way, guys, you know I substituted Haddon Township.
Yes.
The boys lost their South Jersey Group 1 championship to Woodbury, but the girls went on and won.
Nice.
The Haddon Township girls won, and they did a great job. Congratulations to them. I got my Christ the King 4th grade girls basketball game. We're in the semifinals. Eliza Grace is getting ready. I hope she's resting up because we needed her. We won the game 19-13 yesterday. But it's great to see these girls. They're having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But you know what? I saw improvement from the very first day that we had to practice to what they did yesterday on the court. And I'm very proud of this team. And I got to tell you, it's really rewarding teaching young kids how to play a sport and you see them get it. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, it's got to be so fulfilling. You're 2 games away.
Yeah, man.
2 games away from bringing home the trophy.
And congratulations to Eliza Grace. She won the cheer comp. Her group, the Royal Revolution cheer team. They won the gold medal.
AG's kicking ass.
She's doing it, man. She's crushing it. She's got more medals than I do. 609-403-0973.
Speaking of championships, there's a viral picture going around that we just found out during the break. Jalen Hurts was spotted with NBA legend Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
It looks like they were either dining or in a cigar lounge. A little bit of a blurry photo, but they were spotted
Where do you
together.
think they're at? New York City or somewhere?
I don't know where it came from.
609-403-0973. The question is today, great question. Who's the biggest disappointment in Philadelphia sports history? What athlete has not lived up to his expectations, never fulfilled the promise of taking the team to the promised land?
I'll tell you what, I did get in contact with Mr. Negadelphia. He's
Yes.
going to send me his answer by the end of the show.
Okay.
We're going to try and get
He's
him.
going to do some investigating.
Yeah.
There are a lot of great people. I think we're missing out on there's some big names.
Well, we got a couple of texts coming in here. Jeff in Ocean City said, many terrific answers today. He said, I'll go with Chris Gratton and Jeff Rulin.
Gratton's a great one.
And Jeff Rulin.
Jeff Rulin. Now, Chris Gratton was a Flyer,
Yeah.
and he was really good prior to coming to the Flyers. He gets to the Flyers, and he was mediocre at best.
Yeah. All right. So we got Keegan in Ocean City. He said, hey, guys, I'm 20.
I know Keegan.
He said, hey, guys, I'm 25, born in 2000. Right back at you, buddy. I'm born in 2002. And
young pups.
The biggest disappointment for me has been Ben Simmons or Markelle Fultz, but will always hate Craig Kimbrell.
Yeah, but he was at the end of his career.
Yeah, but
I
he
mean,
was
I-
disappointing.
Did you really have big
I
expectations
agree
for
with that
Kimbrell?
take. I wouldn't say I'm disappointed, but I do hate Craig.
Do you really?
I have an unnecessary.
Yeah, I don't like the way he
vitriol.
leaned when he was a Brave, and he leaned over with his,
My-
his arms sticking out.
You
I
know what
wanted to knock-
my dad started calling him Craig Crumble.
See, that's clever. I just started calling him dog water.
I couldn't stand him as a Brave.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hated him. I think I hated him more as a Philly.
It's crazy.
But
too,
he gave
'cause
up that home run. What
He choked.
in the NLCS.
NLCS.
Arizona.
But I don't think Topper had any more options, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but he fell
You
apart.
could have put maybe a starter.
Fell apart.
in back
They,
there.
they should have gotten to the World Series that year.
No doubt about it. They were
disappointing.
They
Speaking
were
of
2
disappointing.
games up. They were 2 games up coming home.
How the heck did we end up getting on a show a couple weeks, a month after the Eagles win the Super Bowl? We're already talking about disappointments. They just won the Super Bowl. And we're talking about disappointments.
But I did preface it by but Andrew, I did preface it by saying we're still basking in the glow of our Super Bowl victory. The only reason we're talking about this, though, Andrew, is because Thursday night I can't get that impression out of my head.
Then go watch highlights of the Super Bowl. Just do it. Don't watch that crap.
I actually did. I watched all this. I watched all of it.
In a sense, reaching the highs of winning a Super Bowl and being crashing back down to earth this past month.
Well, you know what, though? Nikki made a good point. It is humbling, but I got to tell you something. To really appreciate winning, you have to go through a certain amount of losing.
You do.
Yeah.
You do. It builds character enough. Elijah Grace is listening. Like, if you like, our team is 13-0. The girls have never experienced a loss. It's going to be devastating when they first lose, but you got to keep like I will give Craig Berube and Talk and the guys that I used to hang out with back in the day. They always say, Schweiner, don't get too emotional. When things are going well, don't get too high. When things are going low, don't get too low. I can't live by that credo because I'm a fan. I'm on that roller coaster.
You love the roller coaster of emotions.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in Playland.
Wait, speaking
with
of
Jeff
Playland,
Dowling, Mr. Met.
who was it that you told to go to Playland?
Oh yeah, who did I tell to go to Playland?
Down at the Leeds.
Oh, Daryl Johnson.
Daryl Johnston.
What was this?
He let Daryl Johnston know.
I interviewed
when he interviewed Daryl Johnston.
Well, first of all, I didn't want to interview him. He said, "No, come on, interview me." Remember he said that?
Yeah.
He's a nice guy. He's
He was
a great guy.
He said he's going to get him in the Playland. He's going to get Daryl Johnston in the Playland.
No, I know what happened. Mike Gill was going to interview him. Something happened.
It was scheduling conflict.
There was a conflict, and
Yep.
Mike never got a chance to interview.
Yep. So
Mike walked away from the table.
Yeah.
And here comes Daryl Johnson.
And he's now ready to go.
Now he's ready to go. Except they had already filled the board with all the
Yeah.
interviews. So so you said to me, "Well, God, interview him."
Yeah.
And when I didn't have my microphone out. He goes,
Yeah.
"Yeah, come on, interview me." And that's how that came
Yeah.
about. So it was more like a friendly thing than like an interview.
It was great. It was
That's
awesome.
funny. I'm
but
pretty sure that is up on the YouTube.
Well, because
as well.
and not only that, Nick, what's your name, Andrew? He
Come
said,
on.
well, I looked at you and I was calling you Nick. His relatives, I think his sister lives in Brigantine. I think he said he spent his summers in Seattle, right, Nick?
Yeah. He knows the Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Oh, that's what he said. He said, "Don't tell people Dallas."
Yeah.
But we go to the Jersey Shore in the summer. It's the best.
Yeah.
It's a secret. We don't tell anybody.
Yeah. So it was cool, but that was funny when you were like, "Yeah, I'll get you into Playland," because he was a big
Come
Jersey
see me.
Shore guy. Jersey Shore guy.
He's got to take you up on that offer. It's almost summertime,
Yeah.
baby.
Well, I'll have to talk to
Getting
the
there.
boss, Scott Simpson. I'll say, Scott, man, Daryl Johnson's in your park. There's like Sirianni showed up there was it 2 years ago he showed up?
Nice.
At Playland. I got a call. I rushed down. Elijah Grace and I got on my bike. Our bike, we shot down there. By the time we got there, it was gone.
It's all right. You made up for it the other day.
Yeah, but he wouldn't talk to me.
AG, you got to meet.
AG got a selfie.
Yeah.
With him. You saw it.
I
I'll
did
send
see
that
that.
to you. Put that on the website.
Yeah, I saw it on the article.
So I walked up to him. I said, "Hey, it's Billy Schwein from 97.3 ESPN." I said, "Hey, Coach." I said, "Can I interview you for?" He was really looked at me like really reluctant. Said, "I don't know." And I said, "Well, Coach, I'm not going to ask you any. It's all softball questions. Like, how do you like come into this game? And what's it like easy questions, like human interest stuff."
Yeah.
And he goes, "All right, see me after the game." So I wait after the game. I wait for him to get, and I walk back up to him, and he can see he's not really into it. And then some guy goes, "He said he doesn't want to talk to you."
Wow.
Like he didn't say that. Number one.
Wow.
He said, and then as soon as he said, he's a big boy, he can speak for himself. That he didn't want to, he didn't feel comfortable. I said, "Okay, thank you," and I walked away.
I could see Schweiner trying to get that interview. Bro,
Right?
you got it's all right. You were the first one to get Fangio this year.
That's right. I had
That is
Fangio.
true.
That's right.
First interview with Fangio.
I had Doug Flutie on.
Finally didn't get big time by
He
Flutie.
big time me though. Andre Reed was cool with me.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah, you got some great interviews.
He
down
said
there.
I had a really big New York accent though.
New York.
I don't know where he's getting that from.
You have not one bit of New York in you.
Or well, he started like talking. I don't know. Maybe Rocky. Maybe Philadelphia.
Yeah. Maybe he messed up where he was getting that.
Yeah, I feel like some
because
people
he's from
blend
Allentown,
them.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I feel like people just
Yeah.
blend them together sometimes. Maybe it's just like the deepness, like, you know, the sound of
That's
your
it.
voice.
Right now, I
I'm
can't even
walking
talk.
here.
I'm talking over here.
Talking.
Yeah.
So do you guys say like water?
I say water. WUDDER.
How do
I
you
think
say
I say water. So like, I
this is
don't.
a guy coming he says organization like he's Canadian.
Organization.
Organization. I didn't.
And I know he's
that
really
was
saying it that way because he said it 3 times without even
Right.
thinking about it. It wasn't like he went or like I do when I say it. I'm like I'm kidding around.
He's probably heard you saying it. It just caught
No,
on.
every time he says organization.
Yeah,
he
I don't
says
know
like
why.
a
That's
Canuck.
just a word that I say it all the time.
By
Like
the
when
way,
I talk about franchises, the word I use is organization.
The chief just got back to me.
Wow.
I cannot repeat what he said. He's a beauty.
We
By
got-
the way, I'm also upset about one other thing.
What?
Ovechkin.
Ah, here we go.
Ovechkin's going to break Gretzky's record.
He might
can't let
break
him
it
do
Getting
against
close.
the Flyers.
He's getting-
He's going to do it against the Flyers.
I mean, he's 10 goals away, and they
I
play him
know.
in 6 games.
If there's one thing that
Tell
I
him to
do
watch.
not want to happen is frickin' Ovechkin breaking a record.
He's gonna break it, Billy. Just get over it.
Oh.
He's gonna.
And you know
break
what? You know who actually said this like 6 years ago?
Who?
Hunter.
Ah, okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Now I
looking like
gotta-
it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to call him and tell him that he's
let
right.
him know. We got one more before we head to break. Peter Forsberg with that damn skate.
You know what? That's a really good one.
Yep.
There's a guy that was he Hall of Famer? What
Is
you
he in
say?
Hall of
Is he
Fame?
Hall of Fame? Check
Is he
that
in
out,
Hall of
Leeds.
Fame?
I think
know.
he could be.
He might be.
He went for Avalanche.
But yep, he
right.
got Peter Forsberg coming in.
That's a good one. All right, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark. With a friendly staff, it's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. They deliver. Will's down there, Jason, JM, the whole crew. Go down there and tell them we said hi. I want to tell you about La Scala's Beach House. And boy, do we love La Scala's. The food there is phenomenal. It opened 2 summers ago to rave reviews. It's your home away from home for a large selection of Italian, American, and seafood favorites, just like your grandmom used to make. Plus, you'll love their famous pizza, their daily specials, and their game day menu. Eat in or take out at La Scala's. They're open Thursday through Monday, 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. That's LaScalasBeachHouse.com. Let's eat. When we return, we'll get our high school athletes in the spotlight with Fran Mclaughlin, brought to you by the Philly Pretzel Factory. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Nikki Earnshaw, and the intern, Andrew Leeds, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Sixers Jack tonight on 97.3 ESPN with the voice of the Sixers, Tom McGinnis, calling all the exciting play-by-play action.
Quick drives in traffic, spins, keeps it, drives, left hand layup, good. What a remarkable play by Grimes.
It's Sixers Jack tonight. Coverage begins at 7:30. It's Sixers basketball all season long on South Jersey's radio home for Philadelphia 76ers basketball.
Are you kidding me? He rocks the rim with a right hand jam.
97.3 ESPN.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Babbel. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at babbel.com/TNC.
At Babbel, we know that language is more. It's more than hello and goodbye, and good evening and good night. It's more than mastering talking about the weather or directions to the closest cafe. At Babbel, our mission is to help you learn language for the long run. Babbel gives you the skills to learn a language for life. Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you text RADIO to 64,000. That's RADIO to 64,000.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to Hims.com/joy. HIMS.com/JOY.
Something good to know from First Bank of Sea Isle City. We have all of today's innovative banking products just like the big banks, but we offer something they can't. A personal community focus. Let's get you started with Bill Pay. You save time when you pay your bills online. It's fast, easy, and convenient. First Bank of Sea Isle City. A community bank that delivers more for you every day. Personal service, today's technology, from the people who truly care. Learn more at firstbankseaisle.com.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here at Northfield. Billy Schweim, my Locker Room youth movie producer Nikki Earnshaw, and the intern Andrew Leeds. And once again, fellas, Mike Teos, I love that car. Get up to Toms River Volkswagen, go see John or Huey, and get yourself into either a Teos or a Tiguan. Those cars, I'm telling you, they're everywhere on the road.
Ever since you got a Teos,
you've been seeing them everywhere.
I see them everywhere.
Everywhere. They're sharp.
I'm like, is that Schweiner?
They got a lot of pickup.
Oh, we know.
All kind of safety issues, safety stuff. Love it.
You got all the bells and whistles.
Bells and whistles. All right. I mentioned that the Haddon Township High School girls went on to win. And Ocean City plays Colts Neck on Tuesday in Deptford for they're moving to the state championships. Group 3, I believe it is. And that's going to be interesting. Now it's time for our high school athletes in the spotlight with Fran Mclaughlin, brought to you by the Philly Pretzel Factory. Each week, Fran Mclaughlin will highlight a male and female athlete for their outstanding achievement in high school sports. Brought to you by the Philly Pretzel Factory of Egg Harbor Township. Let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room our good buddy, Fran Mclaughlin. Good morning, Fran.
Good morning, guys. Always a pleasure to talk to what's sure to be the South Jersey CYO Coach of the Year.
Hey, man, listen, I got to tell you, in the beginning of the season, when I took this job, I said, look, I was really skeptical about teaching fourth-grade girls because, I'm a little aggressive. I'm a little, I had too much for probably fourth-grade girls. But it's really rewarding. And when I went in, it was just all about fundamentals, Fran. Just all fundamentals, dribbling, layups, rebounding, get the girls to jump off their feet to go get a rebound. Don't wait for the ball to come to you. Go get the ball at its highest point. Fundamentals. But guess what? When I walked into that gym the other day and I saw all those trophies on the table and that big trophy, I got my ears pinned back, man. I want that trophy.
Nice. I don't want your best.
What's that?
I think we lost him.
Uh-oh.
I think we lost him. We lost Fran. I'll try and get him back.
Try to get him again.
I'll try and get him back.
But when I saw those trophies, Andrew,
you got that itch.
Yeah. You see the gold, and these are big. These are nice. Now, I don't know if I get one. I don't want it, but I want the trophies for the girls.
Yeah, no, it's bigger than you.
Yeah,
you want to get it for this team, for all the kids. I mean, and yeah, like you said, it's got to be so rewarding.
And you know what's so funny? My daughter, she runs down the court, and she's just having so much fun. She's running, when you get a little older, they're having fun.
Yeah,
but
that's the most important.
I think throughout the season it was just all fun. Everything was fun. Everybody gets to play the same amount of time. I don't have any favorites. I mean, they're all. But this tournament we're trying to win, we still changing everybody out. Everybody gets a fair amount of time, except for the fourth quarter yesterday. I kept my I kept what I thought my best 5 were. Give us the best opportunity to win against that particular team. I figured I'd keep them in.
Yeah.
So the other girls that didn't play in the fourth quarter, they'll start today.
That's awesome. Like you said, it's like one of those things where you also said how it's good for them to learn to lose.
Well, I
Like,
think
if they
everybody,
lose,
like, through losing, Andrew, it makes you appreciate winning more.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's kind of how it works. I feel like also when like you have certain kids play at the end, it's like, hey, like it's not, not because for the kids who didn't play, it's like not because you're not good enough, but just hey, these are the kids who I think helps us today. Tomorrow,
Right,
you
could be right.
start.
And I gotta say, every girl on the team all contributed to the win yesterday.
Yeah, that's
Even they all did. Everybody, you know what I mean. That's one thing we got balance on this team. They all contribute in one way or the other.
Yeah.
And that's what sports teams need. You got to have role players. You got to pay players that can play a part. Not that you got your stars.
Yeah.
Right? Then you have to have your role players.
Yeah, every great team has its role players. I mean, no matter what sport, anything, you just have to have that.
Yeah, you have to have it. All right, now we got our role. Let's go to our role player. We got Fran back on the line. No, we don't have Fran back on the line. Something's going on. Yeah, I mean, so we had the game tonight at 8:00, which is the girls are off tomorrow.
Pretty
They
late.
got teachers in service.
I was
That's
gonna say
why,
it's pretty late for a Sunday night.
Especially for fourth grade girls, right?
Prime time action we got.
But they're playing good defense, and it's just like any other thing. I think defense wins championships, right, Leeds?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
look, Eagles, look at their defense. That defense was shut down. Vic Fangio turned that. Remember 2 years? What it was like 2 years ago?
Yeah.
They lost 10 games in a row or whatever. They couldn't stop anybody.
Yeah, literally. I mean, what was that? That was the whole Matt Patricia. I don't even want to know what that situation was, what they called it. And yeah, like, the old saying goes, offense wins games, but defense wins championships.
That's right,
I mean,
exactly.
That's where, it's like you said, the girls are learning the fundamentals you've been teaching them all year, slowly getting that into practice, and now it's like they're locking in when they get, in
They
the
call me
playoffs.
Billy Knight.
Billy.
Except for I don't throw chairs.
Hopefully not.
No, did you participate in the tournament, the bracket last year for ESPN?
Not the ESPN
with
one.
Josh.
I
and
did a
everything?
couple with my buddies, but not in the
Excuse me,
ESPN
I won
one.
it last year.
Yeah, you did. I remember
$1,000
you were very proud of yourself.
Yeah, I'm
And
proud of
as you
myself.
should have been. You had Purdue, which I
But
definitely didn't.
I'm not going to duplicate that.
No.
I don't think that's going to
That
happen.
would be really impressive. I remember I had Kentucky winning last year, who got upset in the first.
So you
round.
always have to. So you know what I do? I usually usually there's like the Daily News or somebody has a printer. I go online and I look at people's predictions and I take like 2 or 3 of them and I see like what's the consensus like, and then I go with that and then I throw a couple of my upsets in over there.
Yeah, that's what I do too. And mine, I always say, is mostly based off of vibes. I don't know anything about college basketball, but I am a vibes-based guy. When it comes to March Madness, I just go with what I think.
All right. Do we have Fran back? Hello, Fran.
Yeah, I'm with you, I think.
There you go. Well, we dropped you, but let's get right in. Without any further ado, let's get right in to your high school athletes of the week. You can give us a little update on what's going on in South Jersey, what's left, and then their high school athletes in the spotlight.
Yeah, so girls basketball, you had the Middle Township 56-31 over Haddon Heights yesterday to claim their third straight South Jersey Group 2 sectional final. So they'll take on Manasquan in the Group 2 state semis on Wednesday. Unfortunately, Middle couldn't make it the clean sweep. The boys dropped an 85-50 decision yesterday afternoon to perennial powerhouse Camden. And I think you already mentioned earlier, Group 3 boys, Ocean City top Timber Creek 66-53 to claim their first Group 3 sectional title since 1999. And again, they play Colts Neck Tuesday up in Deptford. So
that's pretty exciting.
Other than that, we had the winter track and swimming ended last Sunday. Yesterday, we put the wrestling season to bed with the state individual championships at Boardwalk Hall. We saw 5 South Jersey athletes claim gold. So good day for the locals. And then that'll lead into basically our athletes in the spotlight this week.
Okay.
So we got let's start on the boys' side. We talked about Ocean City basketball. we have a junior forward, Luke Tumekaris, and I hope I'm getting his name correct. Luke had 24 points, 9 rebounds in that Group 3 sectional final win. He's really kind of saved his best for last, or at least for late in the season. He's kind of upped his game, averaging 17 points in the last 6 games. Had 19 in the group semifinal win against Absegami. Had 13 all in the second half and overtime, including the decisive three-point play in a three-point overtime win over Seneca early in the playoffs to keep it going. So Luke obviously playing well when it counts, with a couple more big games to go in the state playoffs. And then on the girls' side, we go to the home of the Braves for the third straight week for athlete in the spotlight. This time is going to be Lamaya Burry, sophomore wrestler for Absegami. Lamaya claimed gold at the state wrestling champions yesterday at Boardwalk Hall.
Wow.
Winning the 132-pound title. Billy, she trailed 10-1 in the first period of the match. Yeah, and then kind of reversed her fortunes and recorded a second period pin to grab that gold medal. It's her second state medal. She placed third as a freshman. The first ever girls' state title in wrestling for an Absegami athlete. And with that win yesterday, she finished the season at 26-5, giving her 57 wins in her 2-year career. So we got Lamaya and Luke, our Philly Pretzel Factory of Egg Harbor Township athletes in the spotlight. As always, they'll win a Philly Pretzel Factory gift card and a free pretzel coupon for all their teammates and coaches. And doing a little housekeeping here, all these winners can pick up their certificate and their gift cards and pretzel coupons at our Egg Harbor Township location at 6814 Tilton Road. Or they can reach out to me directly at the store, 609-646-0012, and we'll make arrangements. At times I try to, if I'm going to an event, I get them to the school. But either way, if they call me here at the school or at the store, we'll definitely get them. We do have a few people that have not picked up their awards as of yet.
All right, Fran Mclaughlin, and as always, we really appreciate you, and we'll talk to you next Sunday.
All right, thanks, guys. Take care. Hopefully I'll talk to you from sunny Clearwater next week.
Oh, that's right. Okay. All right, Fran. Thank you, sir.
All right, see you.
There's Fran Mclaughlin, owner of the Philly Pretzel Factory of Egg Harbor Township, with his high school athletes of the week on the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline, brought to you by the Philly Pretzel Factory. Each week he highlights a male and female high school athlete for outstanding achievement in their respective sport, and of course it'll continue through the spring season. And look forward to a lot more high school athletes in the spotlight. But those pretzels are great. I mean, they're addictive.
Yeah.
You go to the Philly Pretzel Factory. The matter of fact, you put a great picture up, Nick.
Yeah,
of you and Clement M.
Clement M. We stopped there. It was after I think the day you were with AG.
Yeah.
He was.
That's right. With her cheer competition.
One of her cheer
Boardwalk
competitions.
Hall.
Yeah, I think it was after that day we decided to go down, and he baked us a pretzel, pork roll, egg and cheese. Oh, that was
good.
Leedsy.
I remember. I think he brought one into us.
Yeah, he did.
Did we have one? Yeah.
It wasn't as fresh, but it was still so good.
609-403-0973. Name a Philadelphia athlete that we had high expectations for, whether we drafted him, we traded for him, we got him in as a free agent that didn't live up to expectations. Never satisfied the palate of us Philadelphia sports fan.
Can I name one person?
Yeah.
That hasn't been named. I don't know. Like, it could be one. Not yet. It's not yet, but like it's heading towards that territory for me if he doesn't have a big year this year.
Right.
Trey Turner.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
he's getting paid a lot of money. $300 million.
Yeah, you know what?
He's Tobias Harris of the Phillies if he doesn't have a big year this year. In my opinion.
You know what? He's
like, okay, what if he repeats last season? Because last season
what did he do
was
in
solid.
Yeah, but in the playoffs it was
postseason,
horrible.
yeah.
Batted 200. He only played 4 games. No run. He only had 2 runs and no RBIs, no home runs, nothing.
You'd have a case.
I need an MVP level out of Trey Turner. He would start heading into this territory as disappointing if he doesn't have a big year this year.
609-403-0973. Do you have any more? Or are we ready? We're good.
We can have the break because we'll see if we get a few more during the time.
I
have another one. I have another one
I
that
have some more.
I have another one that hasn't been named yet.
All right, on the other side, we'll reveal our picks. All right. For over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark. With a friendly staff, it's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schweim. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's the Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point, New Jersey. Just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they'll have private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia, South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap it up. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Nikki Earnshaw, and the intern Andrew Leeds right here on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Flyers Devils later today on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app. Listen as Tim Saunders and Todd Fedork bring you all the exciting play-by-play action.
Now Beach Pump on the backhand. He scores! Mad Bay Beach Pump.
It's Flyers Devils later today. Coverage begins at 1 p.m. It's Flyers hockey all season long on South Jersey's radio home for Philadelphia Flyers hockey.
What a save by Harrison again.
97.3 ESPN.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Hi there, this is the Negadelphian from the Locker Room, and I might be negative about our Philly sports teams, but one thing I'm positive about is Elisa's shoes. Are you looking for the perfect pair of shoes? Then step into Elisa's shoe store on Asbury Avenue, Ocean City, New Jersey, where style meets comfort. From trendy sandals or everyday sneakers or an elegant heels for a night out, they've got it all. Their friendly team is there to help you find the perfect fit, no matter what the occasion. That's Elisa's Shoes at Asbury Avenue, Ocean City, New Jersey. Go to elisashoes.com or call 609-391-8859. Tell them the boys from the Locker Room sent you.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to Hims.com/joy. HIMS.com/JOY.
Meanwhile, at Xfinity. So, influencer life going well?
Oh, yeah. I'm up to 32 followers.
Oh, that's something.
Yeah, posting my tap dancing videos is easier than ever because we engineered Xfinity Internet with 99.99% network reliability.
Plus, Xfinity Mobile with Wi-Fi Power Boost gives you ultra-fast Wi-Fi at home and on the go. But wait, tap dancing? You don't tap dance.
Hey, what I lack in skill, I make up with passion.
Do more of what you love and love how fast you do it with Xfinity Internet and mobile. Through April 17th, get 300 megabit Xfinity Internet and one unlimited mobile line together for $30 a month for 1 year and save over $1,000 in your first year versus other major carriers. Plus, ask how to get iPhone 16e on us. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment tax and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Actual speeds vary. Saving compared to Verizon 5G Internet. It's one unlimited welcome line and AT&T Internet 300 plus one unlimited starter SL line. Xfinity Internet required. Actual savings vary.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim. on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, my locker room youth movement. Producer Nikki Earnshaw, and the intern Andrew Leeds, and Duck Dynasty, man. It's good having you back here on a Sunday.
Of course.
All right,
Always love to be here.
we have secured Tommy Green for the up-and-coming baseball season. We'll go back on the mound with him each and every Sunday throughout the baseball season.
Still have a few weeks of high school athletes in the spotlight before summer hits.
Yeah, before summer. We'll take that up till about Memorial Day. Then, of course, we'll have the Beach Patrol report.
Yeah.
Nikki Earnshaw, you got some breaking news, but you're looking for the breaking news noisemaker. Right?
Yeah, I was going to play it, and it got moved in this system over here. But we do have some breaking news regarding Myles Garrett. So all the rumors.
Sources.
You can shut sources. We can shut him down. He will not be a Philadelphia Eagle. According to Adam Schefter, this is a tweet that just came out minutes ago. From trade to truce and beyond, the Browns and Myles Garrett have reached an agreement today on a record contract extension that averages $40 million per year and includes $123.5 million in guaranteed money, and now makes him the highest-paid non-quarterback in NFL history. Sources tell ESPN. Garrett's agent Nicole Lynn of Clutch Sports and Brown GM Andrew Berry finalized the deal.
So
today.
it's obvious to me there, Leeds, that he's not really been particularly interested in winning. He just wants the cash.
Yeah, which that was what he said.
Kashish.
He said, well, he wanted to win.
Yeah,
That was his priority.
So it goes to show you that priority went right out the door when it came to dollars and cents.
Dollars and cents.
Breaking records for a contract with a team that's terrible. A terribly run organization, if I must say.
Organization.
There it is. There it is.
I mean, again, as an Eagles fan, I'm fine with him not coming to Philly. We didn't have to mortgage our future.
Right.
Now how we can focus.
Now we don't have
on
this.
this
People don't have to talk about it. Stop talking about it. It's a distraction. All right, we had a lot of great responses to our text board question.
We did.
What Philadelphia athlete has let us down the most? Who never reached their expectations? Who disappointed us the most?
I'll tell you what. Leedsy during the break had a great one.
He had a
that
good one.
nobody said. Leedsy, I'll let you take it away.
Yeah, so one I didn't think of right away. It took me a minute, and he's like not as substantial as some of the other names we said, but DeMarco Murray.
No, but there was a lot of hype surrounding him.
He
When
was,
we got here, man.
he was the NFL's rushing leader.
He's the head coach of the Texans, right? Isn't he?
No, that's DeMeco Ryan.
DeMeco Ryan.
So who did you say?
DeMarco Murray.
DeMarco Murray.
The running back. I mean, it's similar name. The Cowboy. He left the Cowboys for Philly.
That's right.
We thought we got one up on them.
Yep.
We just lost Shady, so
Yep.
we got our LaShawn McCoy replacement. And
All right, I got one
Chip
for
Kelly
you.
never worked out.
Ooh.
Dominic Brown.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I'll never forget. Ready for this? I will never forget this. I'm at an Eagles game. They're playing the Cowboys. Now, Dominic Brown did not have a good career, right?
Yeah.
A lot of expectations were on it. People thought he was going to be the next Von Hayes or
Had a
whatever,
good half a season.
right? Goes to the Eagles game. He's one section over from me. They're playing the Cowboys, and what is he wearing? A Dallas Cowboy jersey. People were throwing stuff at him.
Oh, no.
He was getting heckled like you would not
Gee.
believe. Like,
Can't
that's
do
like
that.
know the room.
I got
Know where you are.
I got one for you from a non-hockey guy, I guess. Ilya Brizgalov.
Brizgalov. You know what? That might even take the cake.
That is,
Right? Is there a bigger disappointment than him?
That's a pretty big one.
That's a good one from a non-hockey guy, eh?
Yeah, hey.
Oh, my God.
He messed up this organization.
You know who's going to be the biggest disappointment for the Leafs? Scott Loud.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, dum-dum.
Scotty was a good player for the Flyers. He's a good locker room guy.
I guarantee Chiefs, when he sees me, he's going to punch me. He's going
He'll knock you out. We're going to get him in studio. We're going to have you fight in the locker room.
He loves that stuff. But you know what? One man's trash, another man's treasure.
Listen, yeah, I mean, he's from there, etc. So, wow.
It's all over.
It's all over.
Hey, man, I got a big game tonight. 8 o'clock. My fourth grade girls, Christ the King basketball game semifinals today at Our Lady of Hope against, I think, St. Margaret's.
Listen, you're one game away from walking forever together.
I'm going to tell the girls that tonight.
Boom.
Win tonight, walk together forever.
Boom.
Yes, sir.
I'll see you Wednesday, Schweiner.
I want to thank Dr. Sean McMillian, head of sports medicine at Virtua, for giving us a little clarification on the knee. Of course, I want to thank Fran Mclaughlin from the Philly Pretzel Factory of Egg Harbor Township. As always, thank you, Leedsy, Nikki Earnshaw. We appreciate it. Thanks for making the locker room part of your Sunday, because nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Schweier. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and let's get a win with the Christ the King girls basketball team, and I'll see you next week right here on 97.3 ESPN.